Today's subject is I lead showing a divorce. I am going to show three pictures. All are rich and famous. Now you know Mr. Trump, ex-president, and then here is Amazon's founders, Jeff Bezos, and this is you know that Mr. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. Now, all these three people are, as I mentioned, rich and famous, and on the top of that, a divorce. We may say, okay, if rich and famous, then they divorce. No. The reason I show this picture and this subject is because of the shape, the image of eyelid has a potential of divorce. Then we are going to discuss how to use it for acupuncture, and then because and also how to prevent a divorce too. Many people who divorced, then they got emotion, stress, and showing like a depression. The person who divorced, oh, thank God. Just like the feeling of pulling out the rotten tooth. Oh, you're so good, but outside looks like, but inside is they have so much terrible stress inside. They could not say that even though I am not happy, but to the neighbor who knows that could not say I'm happy about this one. Even though I'm not happy, but they said they're happy. But it's opposite expression. Inside is terrible, but outside happy. So we know that marriage or divorce or one spouse passed away early, those one is one of the most stressful thing. So now let me show you first that what kind of person have a potential or have a good possibility to be divorced. Now, okay, here is eyeball here, okay, and then the inside is important, not outside, okay. Now, some of them is eyelid like this, and some of them eyelid like this. Now what difference is, this one is this and this separated, and this one is meet together, okay? So that's the difference. So the person who separate, divorce, and this one is together, the chances are less. That's the way, we tell. Now, let's look at this, Mr. Trump's eye. Look at here. It is separated. Over here, separated, okay? So now, look at the other side, the other one. You see? Here, separated and separated. Now, also look at him. Separated. So sometimes, patient come and want to be treated depression. Then I want to know what caused my patient depressed. All depression may be same, but not the same either. But especially a female patient, it is very difficult to say I am divorced and I got depression. It's very difficult. Later, 5, 10 years, 20 years later, yeah, I divorced, I get rid of him, but right after divorce, it's not easy to say. So then, I just look at her, patient, eyelid. Then I don't say directly, are you divorced? Instead, we know that, when we are married, then, do I have to marry this person, this spouse or not? Or, sometimes, you have to divorce, or some spouse, passed away early. Those one is most stressful in the lifetime. Now this person got divorced now, but could not say. Then when I mention this one, then try to open the patient mind. I mention separation, divorce, or spouse death, things like that. Then patient open, yes, I'm divorced. Then I know then how to treat. That's why I am good in treating depression patient. Then now we know that the eyelid, double eyelid, together then means less chance of divorce, and it's separated then more chances to divorce. Then when I choose my partner, look at the person. If there is a separated, then this person has a great chance to be divorced. It's not 100%, but great chance. When I showed all 3 pictures, and you also look at any neighbor or friend who divorced, look at it. You are going to find a lot of them. That kind of thing happen. So if the person is not married, let's say I'm female, then my eyelids is just, separated, then I strongly recommend do plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery, make it touch together, make it together. It's not separated, okay? Then the chances of divorce will be far, far, far less. Now, the cost of this, cosmetic surgery is far less than divorce. Then I don't have, but the other person have, that kind of a thing. Then even though I like, him or her very much, but think of one more time. We don't know when, but when we divorce or separated in the future sometime, the price is huge. So I suggest, before you marry, look at this one. Now another thing is then, what about I'm divorced once? then in this case, then my opinion, okay, you don't have to do, cosmetic surgery because you already, done already. So the chances are, after that, you are very careful in the next marriage. So, but when you are not married yet, then I ask you to consider. And then some person who get separated and do not want to surgery, the other method is that marry, but later time. So acupuncturist is not just put just a needle. We have to find out what kind of psychological things. We call not psychology, but we call emotion. Based upon emotion, then the treatment of acupuncture is very different. Therefore, acupuncturists understand a lot. We are just to put the needle for nothing. No, we read patient mind, and we know what to do. So that's why it is very effective to come to the acupuncturist and then discuss all this one. Then you may relieve from depression or divorce emotion a lot earlier than without the treatment. Okay? Thanks so much for your watching.